friends, welcome or welcome back to the Blue Butterfly Tarot. Today we're looking into your person's current feelings for you, and I've got two piles for you. This is pile number one, this is pile number two. Pile number one is the Tarot Magic deck, and pile number two is the Unfolding Path Tarot. Take your time, see which pile or piles you feel intuitively called to. I do want to say this is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. If one pile's messages don't resonate, then choose the other. If both piles' messages don't resonate, then it just means that maybe there aren't any messages for you in this video today, but I do hope that at least one of the piles' messages do resonate. Please be careful of scammers. I would never reach out to you asking you to follow or subscribe or book a private reading, so just please be a little bit careful about that. My private readings are open right now. You can check the details in the description box below. I'm going to give you a few seconds now to see which pile or piles you feel intuitively called to, and then I shall begin. Hi pile one, for those of you who chose the Tarot Magic deck, this is going to be your reading, alright? Before we get into the reading, let's just take some time to realign our energies, so close your eyes. Think of your person. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Alrighty, pile one, your person's current feelings for you. Let's get into it. Pile one's person's current feelings for some clarifiers too, please. Alrighty, let's take a look, pile one. We have the Seven of Swords, Page of Coins, Page of Cups, Temperance, Three of Pentacles, Eight of Wands, the Knight of Swords. Okay. I also have your Oracle cards, so let's take a look. This is the Creatrix Awakened Oracle. We have Children of the New Earth. This is the Goddess Oracle deck. We have the Meter. This is the Crystal Oracle deck. We have Aquamarine. We have Nostalgia. And we have Rejection. Okay. First off, with the rejection coming out, I already did get it when we were kind of already tapping into the energy of the card. I think that this person walked away from this connection even before rejection came out. The thing is, they were not ready for this connection at that point in time, pile one. This person, I would not be surprised if this person ghosted you, or they just slowly started pulling away. And you might have thought that maybe there was something wrong with you, or maybe, your person didn't feel that way for you. But no, the reality is actually very, very different. Your person did have feelings for you at that point in time, but they just weren't ready for the depth of this connection or what this connection would have taken from them. I think that at that point in their life, either their finances were not sorted out or other aspects of their life just wasn't settled. That's the energy that's coming through. And also, I think that your person might have been healing from some past wounds at that point in time, and they were just not ready for this connection. So the rejection wasn't a reflection of how this person felt about you, pile one, and that is coming through very, very strong. Time has passed since the last time that both of you spoke. There's definitely no contact between the two of you, or limited contact. Maybe you're just friends, but this person did reject this connection at one point in time. There was an opportunity for this person to step up and to take the lead in this connection, to perhaps transform this connection, but at that point in time, your person was not ready, pile one. That is a very, very big message coming through. But things are a little bit different now. There's a little bit more blue energy coming out. For me, it's more of the throat chakra that feels activated at this point in time. Your person is starting to feel ready. I think that in the time that has passed, whether both of you are in contact or not, in the time that has passed, your person has slowly been working on their life, you know, and it might not have been directly because they wanted this connection in their life, but I think that there might have been a very subconscious motivation, but it's definitely not coming through more of a conscious realization. But today, your person feels a lot more steady about the life that they have, and they feel a lot more good about themselves. They feel ready to take on the work that is needed to move this connection forward. At one point, they were not at all ready, but time has passed. Your person has learned a lot about themselves. They've probably settled other aspects of their life as well. I would not be surprised if it could also just be external circumstances that were blocking this connection at that point in time. Maybe a complete breakdown of your person's life, or I think that they were just in the process of building and there might have been some delays. I'm getting specifically delays because of Temperance coming through, but today it's different. You know, today the energy is very, very different. It looks like your person, even if they've not figured everything out in their life, it looks like there is some kind of direction that your person is heading into. There's some sort of aim. Your person feels a lot more put together today. That's the energy that's coming through. With Aquamarine coming up, the Knight of Swords coming up, your person wants to tell you all of this. They might not be completely ready for a full-blown relationship, but they want to take steps towards that. You know, just tell you how they've been feeling about you, tell you that, you know, maybe both of you could consider being together, you know, just exploring, taking some time to explore each other, to get to know each other, re-get to know each other. Because the amount of stability that your person is feeling in other aspects of their life, it makes them feel good about themselves. And because it is making them feel good about themselves, they feel like they have it in them to explore this connection, to actually see where this could go. They feel like there has been substantial growth within them to contribute to this connection. Like I said, it might not directly jump into a full-blown connection between the two of you, but your person wants to take those steps towards that. At least they want to tell you that they're interested in that. So maybe, you know, telling you how they feel, telling you what was on their mind when they completely disappeared. Because I am seeing disappearance, I am seeing, I mean, with rejection coming here, it looks like they might not have outrightly told you, because I think that your person did want it, but they just weren't ready. So even refusing did not feel aligned to your person. So I'm not getting an outright rejection, but I am getting like a subtle rejection. Like you might have asked them, oh, can we hang out after work? And this person might have been like, oh, yeah, but maybe we can hang out in like a group setting, you know? So it was not probably outright rejection. It probably seemed like a very, very subtle rejection, but I think you got the point. For some of you, this is outright ghosting coming through as well. Your person does look back at that opportunity. There's probably one significant point in the connection where you did kind of open the doors for your person, but they kind of closed it or they rerouted it. That's one message that's coming through. And they're looking at that point constantly. They're looking back and they're kind of thinking, oh, okay, well, I was at a different point then, but I am at a different point now in my life. And this is something that I want to consider. This is something that I want to give my energy to. So how do I come forward in an energy that is clear, that is a lot more aligned to what I feel on the inside? Because I think that your person, with the Seven of Swords over here, I think that they might have skirted the issue back then, but now they kind of want to tackle the issue a little bit more head on. They want to talk to you directly rather than, you know, the indirect rejection kind of situation that I was giving you. But that was definitely more of an example. You know, take that as it resonates for your situation. I'm pretty sure there would have been a variation of that because your person keeps going back to that one moment. So it seems to be pretty significant. But right now, your person's kind of looking at the life that they've built or they are building, and they're feeling very, very good about it. And because they're feeling good about it, they're feeling good about themselves. And they want to give this connection a chance. They want to see where this could go. And looks like they're coming forth to tell you this, Palwan. Very, very simple and direct message, but I think that it has been a little bit of a complicated process on your person's end. But I really would not be surprised if this was just divine timing at play with Temperance coming out over here. I think that maybe both of you were not aligned. Maybe there were things on your end that needed to sort out as well. Perhaps you may not have completely understood why this connection was being protected at that point in time. But it looks like things are sorted out on your person's end. They look ready, they feel ready to. So it's just a matter of time, and it looks like they're coming forward. And this is fast-moving energy, pile 1, all right? Let me get you one advice or one pile. Oh, I don't know why I wanted to say one pile. One advice or one message that wants to come through. Yeah, I think that there were things on your end that needed to sort out as well. I think that there might have been a couple of spiritual lessons that you two had to go through in the time apart. All right, so just take it as divine protection. Take it that maybe it wasn't the wrong timing. Maybe you keep wondering, you know, why it didn't work out at that point in time. Instead of holding it against your person, maybe just think of it as a way, or that was just the route for you to go through in order to learn the lessons that you had to at that point in time, so that both of you could align in the future, and to possibly take that blame off of your person, because I think that genuinely things in their life was completely messed up. Like, it was completely messed up, and even if they wanted to, they couldn't have come. And I feel like there was a little bit of divine intervention there. So even if your person really, really wanted to, or even if they did do it, it looks like it might have broken down because of the massive misalignment between the two of you. And so if you've been holding it against your person, you know, might want to work through that at this point in time, and maybe take a look at how the journey has been in this separation, in this time apart, and recognize that perhaps the reason why you're able to align with your person today, there's so much alignment at this point, is because of that one moment where it didn't happen, you know? So just, you know, being grateful for that and just trusting divine timing, that might be helpful for you, and recognizing the spiritual growth that you've had, recognizing the lessons that you've learned, and being grateful for that as well might be helpful for you to have an open heart, to have an open, I guess I would say an open mind to where this could lead, all right? Pile 1, this is where I will leave you for today. There's definitely communication coming in from your person, Pile 1, all right? Thank you for allowing me to read for you. I really hope that this reading brought you the comfort, clarity, and confirmation you were looking for. And my private readings are open right now. I can check the details in the description box below. But if this is where you'd like to leave me, then I just want to say thank you so much for all your love and positive energy, whether it's with the like, share, subscribe, comments, the tips to send in, watching my page ads. Those are the ways that I feel your love and positive energy. And I'm really, really grateful for it. Pile 1, take care. Trust your intuition. You always have free will. And I'll catch you in my next one. Bye-bye. Hi, Pile 2. For those of you who chose the Unfolding Path Tarot, this is going to be your reading, all right? Before we get into the reading, let's just take some time to realign our energies. So close your eyes. Think of your person. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Alrighty, Pile 2. The person's current feelings for you, alright? Let's take a look. Pile 2's person's current feelings. And some clarifiers. Okay, we have the 8 of Wands, we have the Ace of Swords, 5 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles, Page of Coins, King of Cups, and we have the 9 of Swords. Oof, big energies there. I also have your Oracle cards. This is Creatrix Awakened Oracle. We have Feminine Fire, again, powerful energies. This is the Goddess Oracle deck. We have Melissa. And then this is the Crystal Oracle deck. We have Auralite 23. It's made up of 23 minerals. And then this is Bear. And then we have wisdom. All right. Your person is in very, very difficult energies at this point in time. I really think that whatever your person had in their life, it looks like they might have lost it all. I don't really know. I don't really know why it happened, pal two. But there's a deep sense of loss. I think that at one point, this seems to be a little bit more past energies coming through. I think that at one point your person did have it all, but I think they might have taken it for granted, or your person might have overlooked how much they actually did have in life. I think one by one, they were very, very careless with different aspects of their life. And today, they're actually left with nothing. It's kind of riches to rags, the other way around, that's coming to me at this point in time. Your person is going through a very, very difficult time. Like everything has been stripped bare, in their life. And it's because they have nothing at this point in time that they're realizing that what they always truly just wanted for their life was love. And that by itself is causing this massive awakening. I would not be surprised if your person's going through the dark night of the soul. I mean, this is intense, and this is a complete loss of control over your life, over what you once took pride upon, over something that you tied your identity to, your ego to. All of that, your person has, it's just been wiped out of your person's life. I mean, like I said, even when I was kind of putting out the energy, I actually would not be surprised if there is some kind of spiritual meaning behind why your person has gone through this. It's kind of like through the ashes your person will rise, and they are meant to rise. Even with feminine fire coming through, they're meant to rise. And it looks like whatever's happened in their life, like everything that has been kind of taken away, which looks like everything in your person's life, there's a reason for that. And the reason is your person is meant to start from scratch. They're meant to build their identity from scratch, an identity that is more aligned to their higher self, more aligned to their soul purpose. I would not be surprised if there is some kind of a soul mission for this person to realize in this lifetime. How to, because this is very, very powerful energy. But it's also very, very painful. It is, it's kind of like the life that they were leading, as much as it aligned with their ego, it didn't align with their higher self, so much so that everything had to break down in order for your person to gain clarity about the life that they were truly meant to lead. This connection could have been a catalyst for this kind of a soul awakening for your person. But right now, they're going through a very, very difficult period. With the King of Cups coming out, I would not be surprised if, I'm getting very blocked energies. I would not be surprised if this person has kind of gone emotionally numb at this point in time, just because everything that they associated their emotions with, it's kind of out of their life. And I think that they're going through a period where they're completely numb, and then slowly they will start to associate their emotions with things that are more aligned to their higher self, things that can actually bring them long-term happiness, that long-term stability within their emotions. I really don't know what happened in this person's life, pal, too, but there is a complete breakdown. And for some of you, I would not be surprised if this is like a more public breakdown, because that's the energy that's coming through. But I am also getting that this was meant to happen because your person, with the universe, the power of the universe coming through, and divine feminine energy coming through, there's something about your person, like they're meant to unlock a spiritual gift within them. And I would not be surprised if it has been passed down from the feminine lineage of this person. Look at this. We have all masculine energies coming through, and the only one feminine, I guess the figure over there, is a complete breakdown of your person. It's what it's leading to and where your person is at this point in time. It is going to be in this energy for a little bit of time, Pal 2. This is not easy to move past. But the good news is your person is rising. A lot of fire energy coming through. Just with even though it's just like 2 cards of fire, it seems to be taking over the entire energy of the reading. Your person will rise, Pal 2. And if there's something about healing their feminine energies that will help them realign to the life that they were meant to lead. And I would not be surprised if there is some kind of soul mission that your person is going to unlock through this phase. This really looks like that. It's crazy intense. That's the energy that's coming through. Their current feelings about you, right now, they're very focused on themselves. Right now, there are no emotions that they are able to even have for themselves, Pal 2. So it's more inwards at this point in time. It's difficult, Pal 2. It's very, very difficult. Energies coming through. The aura light, I don't know, I'm feeling that your person's perception of who they are is shifting, and that by itself, it's very, very difficult. It's very, very difficult to go through, all right? A little bit of a cryptic reading today for you, Pal 2, but I think this is more of an FYI coming through from the universe for you, that your person is going through a very, very different phase of their life where they're going to gain a lot of spiritual knowledge. They're going to unlock a very, very deep feminine power within them. Would not be surprised if it leads to your person bringing some kind of healing to their collective. I would not be surprised. Because this kind of a massive bear and feminine fire, and this kind of a massive breakdown doesn't happen unless there's a deeper spiritual meaning to it. At least in my experience, and what I've observed, and what I've seen, and what I've been through as well. It doesn't happen unless you've been so disconnected from your soul mission that there is no choice but the universe to step in and just break down everything that you tied your ego to, so that you can start afresh and start to realign with your higher self. And that seems to be what your person's going through. Very numb energies at this point. Even I'm feeling numb by myself, and I think that I'm not able to even like tap into my heart space, or even I can't. I'm not able to. I feel very, very disconnected to this reading. I feel like I'm just watching this unfold. And there's like a wall, like a glass, and I think that your person might be watching their life crumble, and they might have detached so much from it that it feels like they're seeing someone else's life. Because if they were to realize that, the doorbell just rang, you can take that as a confirmation, because they're feeling that if they were to recognize that it is their own life that's crumbling, then it would be too much, too painful for them to bear. A lot of detached energies coming through. But this is where your person is at. But they're getting, I wouldn't even say they're getting to a point where they're learning, because I think that it's going to take time. It's going to take a lot of time, Pal 2. All right? Very intense reading, Pal 2. We'll try to see any messages or any advice that wants to come through for you specifically. Hold on. So first off, if you are thinking of communicating with your person or this person, there's a little bit of a green signal coming through. Perhaps there is something that you can offer to work with them in finding their soul purpose or their soul mission. And it looks like you have a choice here, Pal 2, that of course you always have free will, all right? But if you feel called to, you can actually reach out to this person. And I would not be surprised if whatever you have to say or whatever you feel called to say to them is actually going to help them, feel more hopeful about the future. So maybe you want to share your own experience, or there's something that you feel called to tell them, some kind of reassurance or some kind of truth that you wish to tell them. Whatever it is, there's a choice in front of you to tell them. It looks like the energy is aligning to that. And that by itself is going to help them feel better and help them rebuild themselves. And it looks like you might actually be given an opportunity to work with this person in order to rebuild their sense of self and lead them to this higher purpose, this soul mission that we were talking about. But like I said, you have a choice, all right? You have absolute free will. If you don't feel called to, let it go. Your person's going to figure it out on their own. It's going to take time, but they will figure it out. They're being pushed in that direction, and they have the protection of the universe. They also have the power of the universe, all right? Pal 2, this is where I will leave them for today. Very, very interesting that I said that. Yeah, I think it's about the energy that I'm tapping into your person. I mean, it's very, very intense, and but also I'm so emotionally detached. It's crazy. I'm usually very, very in tune with my emotions, and as an empath, I'm constantly feeling it and constantly feeling energy. But with your person, I'm feeling like I'm watching someone else's life unfold from a distance, and I'm not able to connect with that. That's a little bit of a different feeling for me, and I think that's why I said this is where I would leave them for today, because I felt that. All right. Anyway, I'm going to come out of my channeling, and thank you so much for allowing me to read for you today, Pal 2. I really hope that this reading brought you the comfort, clarity, and confirmation you were looking for. And my private readings are open right now. You can check the details in the description box below. But if this is where you'd like to leave me, then I just want to say thank you so much for all your love and positive energy, whether it's with the like, share, subscribe, comments, the tips to send in, watching my page ads. Those are the ways that I feel your love and positive energy, and I'm really, really grateful for it. Pal 2, take care, trust your intuition, you always have free will, and I'll catch you in my next one. Bye-bye.